Hi guys, welcome back. I am getting ready to start a new piece today. So you can see I have this little guy behind me. This little, I don't really know what to call it, like a console table, entertainment stand. I don't really know what you would call this, but I got this from a friend. I have some acquaintances that own storage units, and this was left in one of them, and he knows I flip furniture and was like, hey, do you want this junk that was left in my storage unit? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So they gave it to me, and this piece I actually think is really cute. So I'm gonna try to do something with it and just see kind of where we go with it. I do think it could be a cute little piece if I can freshen it up. The varnish and the stain and the finish is in pretty bad shape. It's like all just like flaking off everywhere. So I think with a good cleaning and sanding, this will be pretty easy to blow through. So yeah, you can see it has no glass, nothing in here. So I have an idea for that I'm gonna try, but I'll save that for later. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on it, give it a good wipe down and clean, and then sand her down.
All right, guys, after giving this a good wipe down and getting all the like standing dirt off of it, I'm gonna go ahead with my sander. I'm just using an orbital sander with a 120 grit sandpaper, and I'm gonna give it a good scuff sand, try to get all of that failing finish off as much as I can. There was also a few spots of veneer that were kind of chipped off and broken on this piece. So I'm taking some Bondo automotive filler, and I'm using that to fill in any dents or any big chipped areas so that when I sand it again, it'll all be smooth and you won't even be able to tell. This is the paint I'm using. It's the Rust-Oleum chalked paint. If you guys have watched my previous videos, you know that I don't like this paint at all, but I really want to use it up and not waste it. So I can make this paint work if I mix my top coat into it, which is what I've done already. So I'm going to go ahead and use up the rest of this paint on this piece. For the inside of this piece, I'm going to be using this Rust-Oleum door and trim paint. And this paint I really do like. It's very hard, very durable. And so the inside of this is just kind of just ugly and unfinished. I don't even really know what to call it, but I'm going to freshen it up by cleaning it. I did that off camera, but I'm going in with 2 to 3 layers of this door paint. That's really going to make it look clean and fresh. And once I've gotten my desired coverage of paint on the outside, I'm going to go in with my Minwax polyacrylic top coat, and I'm going to put a couple layers all over the outside. This is the same top coat that I mixed into the paint, but this paint is not very durable at all in my experience, so I put a couple coats on the outside as well. For the inside again, I purchased this super cute wallpaper on Amazon, and I'm going to be putting this on the back of the inside. So on the backer board, I painted the whole perimeter with that gray door paint, and now I'm going to be applying this peel and stick wallpaper to the backer board. I liked this wallpaper choice because it's got the green elements in it with the flowers and stuff. So it's going to kind of tie into the sage green paint as well and kind of bring it all together. I went ahead and did the same thing to the shelves as well because these weren't going to look right if they were painted. So I figured putting the wallpaper on the shelves as well and kind of wrapping them in it will tie it into the back. I took some Rust-Oleum spray paint to spray paint the hardware off this piece, which I really wanted it to be like a bronzy color. Judging on the color of the lid, it looked more bronze than it did rose gold, but after painting them, it turned out pretty rose gold. But I can still make it work. I think it will still look fine. So I did a couple coats of that on the knobs and the door hinges. For the doors of this piece, I picked up this white burlap to try to mimic like a cane webbing type vibe for the doors. And I put these on with some like old bronze tacks, and that way this can be removed if someone needs to replace it in the future. But I really wanted to try this. I've seen it done before, but have never given it a go. And lastly, we're on to the base of this thing. So to be honest, I kind of forgot about it up until this point, and I was like, oh, I never did the legs. So I'm taking my sander and smoothing out that section of Bondo, and then I'm going to be painting the base that same gray color that we did the inside with. I gave everything a good scuff sand by hand sanding it with just some sandpaper, and then wiped it down with a damp cloth to kind of pick up any of that excess dust that's just sitting on the surface or kind of down in those corners and crevices. And then I grabbed my gray paint and I think I put 3 coats on it. No, I put 2 coats. I don't remember. It was time for me to reassemble the doors and start putting the hardware back on. I did have to trim back some of the burlap that was kind of overlapping where the knob holes go, and then also the magnet that kind of magnets the door shut. So I just trimmed a little piece back around that so that those can both be accessed freely without, interference. For the hinges, I actually applied them right over the burlap because the little tiny screws kind of just fit down in the holes of the burlap, and this will kind of give it an added security source. So I just went ahead and applied it right through. And then it was time to put it all back together, so that's what I did.
To be honest with you guys, it's super cute, but I don't love it. I kind of feel like the base should be like black. You know, I was hoping that the gray would kind of like intertwine with what's on the inside, but I feel like when these are closed, it's kind of like, the gray is a little weird. So I might go in and repaint the base with black instead. All right, guys, I went ahead and painted the base black off camera, but I had to do a few little touch-ups to where the paint scratched or whatever, but I think it looks a lot better with the black base. Keeps focusing on me, but I think the black works better with the green, and then when you open it, oh, I forgot the shelves. Oops. So yeah, I think it looks pretty cute. I think this will definitely make a cute, like, entryway table, little just like living room console, something for somebody. And over time, these lines will kind of relax out a little bit. So anyway, that was my quick little flip for today. I think it's pretty cute. It's definitely a lot cuter than it was when we started, than the falling apart, failing finish. So if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below for more furniture flips. And thankfully, this was the last of the chalk paint. There's a little tiny bit left in the bottom, but I think I'm just gonna toss it because this paint, y'all, I don't like it. It's not good. I wouldn't recommend it for furniture. Now, Rust-Oleum does make good paint products. Now, this paint that I used on the inside is also Rust-Oleum. This door and trim paint, this is awesome. I love this. Their milk paint is also awesome. But, oh my God. If you're debating getting the chalked line, I would stay away from it. So this used up the rest of it. So we can move on without it for now. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.